to their charity that they actually benefited from. And one of the things I learned today is that Chelsea Clinton actually serves as president of one of these foundations, and she makes a fairly exorbitant salary for running that. And Bill Clinton's got to be making money off of this charity too. This is really not all just charitable. The Clintons are actually making money off this thing.
Well, that seems to be the strategy of a lot of the nonprofits, especially charities, is that you basically build shell organizations, and what you're doing is you're spending 90% of the money you're bringing in on overhead, and salaries and overhead. We've seen it all over. I'll give you a perfect example real quick here. Billy Graham, his son, Franklin Graham. Okay, he heads an organization called Samaritan's Purse, which every year they go out and they send gifts. People volunteer from churches, and they send gifts internationally to countries that are, torn down by poverty and everything, and they deliver these presents to children in impoverished neighborhoods all throughout the world. And it's a great organization. They do great work. But Franklin Graham's salary is close to $1 million a year. Now, his father, who's been in the ministry for God knows how long, almost since the days of Adam and Eve, it still draws like a $30,000-$40,000 a year salary. He never, he did it for the right reason. Franklin Graham is an example of what happens. The thing I'm waiting for, because the excuse we keep hearing from the Clintons is that they're doing all this great work, and I'm waiting for somebody to give me the name of one single organization that has benefited from their money. All we hear is, well, we gave it to this to counsel girls in rape. We did this to help the people in Haiti. I'm like, name me one organization that we can go to and ask them how much money we sent. There is none. And the idea that this money, this 1,100 donors, were coming into the foundation, the Clinton Foundation in Canada. So it's a shell organization, because when Obama jumped on Clinton and said, hey, you were supposed to report this stuff to us, she said, well, this organization was in Canada. I didn't think I needed to do that. So, they set up a shell organization in Canada, the one they have Chelsea over, and all that money is being funneled into them. And the money was used to help a Canadian company that mines uranium here in the United States. That Putin has ended up with 25% of the uranium that comes out of the United States because of this Canadian company that has donated to the Clinton Foundation. So this thing is much more dirty now. Whether they ever come out with this and destroy the Clintons, that remains to be seen. We might just get the courtesy attention to it, and then it'll become yesterday's news, and we won't hear about it anymore. But
John, why is it everything just bounces off these people? If you think about, Walker was thrown in jail because of a Rolex watch, right? And I can't think of the names right now. Melendez got thrown in jail because of improper use of campaign funds and all of this stuff going on. But everything just seems to bounce off the Clintons. What the heck is going on?
Well, I think it falls in line with the old Garth Brooks song. I think it's Garth Brooks who wrote the song. I have friends in lowly places.
Yeah.
Connections. They built their network. They have connections. The people that are supposed to be policing them are in on it. So it's kind of like honor among thieves. That kind of thing. And we know but what are we going to do about it? That it's basically, that's the way liberals think today. People like the Clintons and Obama, they think like this: I'm going to do it, and I'll lie to you while I'm doing it, and then you figure out how to stop me. And by the time you figured out how to stop them, if you even do, they've moved on, and the damage is done, and they go on and live in their mansions and do whatever they want to do, and you're just left there frustrated. Wow, got away with it. Okay, the movie L.A. Confidential, Rollo Tomasi. It's the guy that gets away with it, Rollo Tomasi. And it's that kind of thing. So if it's the nature of the beast, they've done good. They've had decades to set up these networks. So people don't if people could really fathom what $1 billion looks like, I think they'd be upset. But people can't even fathom what that looks like.
Yeah.
So
well, to put that in perspective, a billion minutes ago, cavemen were dragging women by the hair and hitting them with clubs. A billion seconds ago, Jesus Christ was walking on the earth. So when you think of a billion, that's a big, big number.
Yeah, and that's given
of course,
$1
billion ago was just this morning in Washington, D.C.
Well, we have evolved. Now we only have Republicans dragging women by the hair, and God is gay. And God is gay, so we've evolved.
Yeah. Anyway, hey, listen. Talk about your show for a little bit, and then we've got to go.
Okay, you can just find us at theconservativesyndicate.net, and you go there. You can find all our archives. If you tune in 5 to 7 Monday through Wednesday Pacific time, you'll catch us live. Show starts right up once you hit the site. Otherwise, you'll just hear the latest archive, but you can catch all our archives there, all our blogs, meet our panel, bios, everything else. So just go to theconservativesyndicate.net. You'll find out anything you need to know about us.
Hey, John, this was a great show. I know you're going on a short vacation. Stay safe and be happy. You take care of yourself and take care of that lovely wife of yours, and we'll talk to you when you get back.
Yeah, we're going to the only safe place left in the world, and that's Canada. So.
All right, buddy. Hey, listen, you have yourself a good one. Don't gain any weight on that ship.
Yeah, well, I'll stay away from the uranium plant. So.
It's the very first cruise I went on, John. And it wasn't a very good cruise, but it was a cruise many, many, many years ago. And it was a 7-day cruise. I gained 15 pounds on that thing.
I've been pretty lucky. I've never gained more than 2 or 3. And last cruise I went on, I actually lost 2 pounds.
Well, now I don't gain weight like that. But the first one, boy, I had to eat everything and do everything. I needed a vacation from my vacation when I got back. Anyway, my friend, have a wonderful one, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, take care.
All right. Do you suffer from autoimmune disorders, thyroid conditions, or weight loss problems? Geared for Wellness can help. Sean Lefebvre and his Geared for Wellness program employs a synergistic team including experts in the fields of chiropractic, diet, nutrition, and neurotoxicity. Together, their experienced team is trained in utilizing cutting-edge and up-to-date nutrition and cellular detoxification programs designed to treat autoimmune disorders, thyroid conditions, Graves' disease, weight loss resistance, fibromyalgia, and much more. Contact them today to schedule your 100% guaranteed consultation. If you don't agree that they can help you, you don't pay. Call them now at 442-400-4373 or go to their webpage at www.gearedforwellness.com. Again, that number is 442-400-4373. You'll be glad you did. Setup My Cell is a smartphone and tablet setup and training service that sends a tech to your location. That's right. Setup My Cell will send a live tech to your home or office for smartphone and tablet tech support and training. Their techs can fix email glitches, sync iPhones with Android, PC, and Mac, and so much more. Contact them toll-free at 888-628-1119. For individuals, learn about everything our techs can do to help you make friends with your smart device. It is our opinion that a basic setup should be installed onto every device. Learn how we guide you through the session to choose the best apps and configurations with training. And for businesses, loading apps, configurations, security settings, training, we are able to help with all aspects of your investment. Please visit our webpage at setupmycell.com, and don't forget to call us at 888-628-1119. Are you looking for real conservative talk from real conservatives? You need to listen to my good friend John Matthews on his radio show, The Conservative Syndicate. For over 50 years, the progressive movement has worked to redefine our Constitution by erecting an imaginary wall of separation between church and state through legislation and adjudication that encourages government dependence and the licensing of immorality that removes personal responsibility. The Conservative Syndicate seeks to tear down this wall through education, information, and engagement with those who seek uncompromising truth regarding the religion of politics and the politics of religion. It is time to reclaim our standing as one nation under God. Hosted by John Matthews, citizen by birth, Christian by grace, patriot by choice, and conservative by all that is reasonable. John's radio show is globally syndicated daily. Go to his website at www.theconservativesyndicate.net for broadcast information. And now let's get back to our show where we talk about politics, money, and you. And I am Robert Cardoza. You're listening to Robert Cardoza live on the street at the intersection of business and politics. We're at 5:41 p.m. Pacific time. It is currently 91 degrees here in the heart of the Inland Empire. That's down from 100 degrees on its way to 64 degrees in sunny Southern California. Well, my granddaughter Riley Logan's at NYU and enjoying 56 degrees and partly cloudy out there. Chicago is 49 degrees and clear. And my good friends in Paris, France, it's actually 45 degrees with a light rain right now. Boston, 47 degrees. But you know what? You know what today is, right? It's April the 30th, and it's somebody's birthday. And you know what? He was born in 1933, a hard-living country western singer who helped create Farm Aid. Happy birthday, Willie Nelson. And Isaiah Thomas, born in 1961, retired pro basketball player who played point guard for the Detroit Pistons. And then finally, Kirsten Dunst, born in 1982, actress, model, and singer who made her film debut in a short film by Woody Allen. And what happened today in history? Well, I'll tell you what. On April 30th, 1939, the 1939 New York World's Fair opened. Yep, that was a terrific thing. And in 1993, the World Wide Web is born in CERN. And on April 30th, 1995, United States President Bill Clinton became the very first president to visit Northern Ireland. And in 2004, United States media released graphic photos of American soldiers abusing and sexually humiliating Iraqi prisoners at Abu Ghraib prison in Guantanamo Bay. And our quote for today comes from Eric Ambler. Eric says, "For the skeptic, there remains only one consolation. If there should be such a thing as superhuman law, it is administered with subhuman efficiency." Boy, there's something for you to think about. I mean, think about it, right? Now, how about the secret daily teaching for your life? Remember, this is all about a positive mental attitude. If you adopt these attitudes, your life will be better for it, and the lives of everyone around you will be better for it. They'll be glad to know you. Isn't that great? Well, here's the teaching for today. A dear friend of mine, Marcy, is one of the greatest manifestors that I have seen, and she feels everything. She feels what it would feel like to have what she's asking for. She feels everything into existence. She doesn't get caught up in how, when, or where. She just feels it, and then it manifests. So, feel good right now. That's the advice that I have to give you. Now, let's talk about that Harvard business tip of the day. And the Harvard management tip today is stave off burnout after a big project. You know, it can be hard to stay motivated after a major achievement. When you spend months focused on a single project, you get used to a certain momentum. But once you reach your goal and have to revert back to life as usual, you start feeling burned out. Now, to make the transition from a big win back to your normal routine easier, make a few adjustments. First, recognize that your job is about to get more difficult. Before you dive into the backlog of work that grew while you were working on this project, set aside a few hours outside the office to list clarity and clarify and prioritize your tasks. Then, focus on restocking your energy. Take breaks during the day. Go for a walk or have lunch away from your computer. Reserve time to explore your next big goal. You need something new to be excited about. That's what I'm talking about. That's good. I mean, that's just plain good advice, guys. Now, it's time for our useless facts. Well, actually, the segment's called Interesting but Useless Facts. And that's where we're at right now. Here's one for you. The abbreviation ORD for Chicago's O'Hare Airport comes from the old name Orchard Field. Yeah, see? Did you know that? I didn't know that.